Today I'm gonna read A Sense of Fun. It's a Pooh book and it's all about senses, and it's the book 15. It was apple picking time in the 100-acre wood, and Rabbit's friends were helping him with the apple harvest. The air was filled with the happy sound of the friends, laughing and the sweet smell of wood smoke drifting from Rabbit's chimney. And as far as the eye could see, they were apples. Red apples, green apples, and yellow apples. Owl sighed happily. This is indeed a feast for the senses. What is? Tiger asked. What owl means is there are so many splendid things to see and hear and smell and touch and taste, said Christopher Robin, counting off the 5 senses on 5 fingers. Look around, Tiger, said Owl. What do you see? Tiger looked around. I see long ears upside down in a basket. Oh, what do you hear? Owl asks. I hear him yelling something that sounds a lot like help, Tiger says. Just then, Rabbit peeked out from under the apple basket. I was wondering where you were, Rabbit, Pilota said. Look! Rabbit saw Pooh picking the last apple in the orchard. We're finally done, Rabbit cried. And thank you, too, Rabbit added. I couldn't have done it without all of you. Didn't someone mention a feast? Pooh asked hopefully. That's it, Christopher Robin said. We can have a feast for the senses. We can each make something good to taste or touch or smell or hear or see. And then we can all share it with everyone else. I know what I'm going to make, Pooh said. Rabbit, may I please take something from your garden? Anything you want, Rabbit said. That all goes for you. Soon everyone took apples or pumpkins home to use for the feast. Everyone, that is, except Tiger. Tiger couldn't think of anything to make for the feast. In fact, Tiger still wasn't quite sure what all the senses stuff was about. Maybe this will be more sensical to me if I find out what everyone else is making, Tiger said. Very early the next morning, Tiger knocked on Rabbit's door. What are you doing here? Rabbit asked. The feast isn't until tomorrow. I just want to see what sort of sense-top thingamabobs everyone is making for the feast, Tiger said. You're my first stop. I'm making my famous apple jelly, Rabbit said proudly, pointing at the huge steaming pot on the stove. It smells wonderful. It tastes wonderful. But it looks kinda complicated, Tiger said. Oh, yes, Rabbit agreed. It took me years to learn how. I don't have ears, Tiger said. I have only till tomorrow. From Rabbit's house, Tiger bounced over to Piglet's. Tiger heard cheerful humming coming from the kitchen. He followed the sound and found Piglet baking acorn muffins. Here, taste one, Piglet said. It's delicious, Tiger said. And tasty too. Tiger went to Pooh's house next. What happened to you? Tiger cried when he caught sight of a very gooey Pooh. I'm trying out different ways to make honey apples for the feast, Pooh said. I figured out how to make them taste yummy, but they all feel rather sticky when you touch them. When Tiger got to Owl's house, Owl was reading about making yummy smelling candles. It says here that apples and cinnamon make a particularly pleasing smell. Owl murmured. I say, Tiger said. Tiger, what do you think? Owl asked. Tiger sneezed. Smells well, he said. Just then, there was a loud noise outside. Did you hear that? Owl asked. Tiger nodded. Tigers have very sensitive ears, you know. Tiger looked out and saw Arrow pulling a barrel. I'm going to make cinder, Arrow explained, if the barrel doesn't leak, which probably will. Tiger's last stop was Kangaroo's house. Before he even got to their door, Tiger smelled something wonderful. The closer he got, the stronger the smell got. Tiger sniffed. My nose knows that's apple pie, he cried. Kanga gave Tiger and Roo each slice of pie. Don't touch the pies over here, dears, she warned. They're still hot. After they ate, Roo showed Tiger the maracas he made by filling Rabbit's girts with meat. Listen, Roo said, shaking them. Don't they sound neat? Tiger thought Roo's maracas were wonderful. In fact, he thought everything's were wonderful. If only he had something special for the feast too. Tiger closed his eyes and listened to Roo's maracas. He took a deep breath and smelled Kanga's pies. Suddenly, Tiger had an idea. He knew what he was going to do for the feast. TTFN. Ta-ta. Ta-ta for now, Tiger called to King and Roo as he hurried off. And TFE. Thanks for everything. On the day of the feast, everyone came to the orchard bright and early to get things ready. Look, Mama, cried Roo. Rabbit made a mountain of jelly. Oh, and listen, Roo added. His table is making groaning sounds. Arroy was busy for the moment he arrived, serving hot apple cider. I love the way a hot drink feels in my hand on a cool morning, Piglet said. It tastes yummy too, Pooh said. Sort of sweet and spicy. perfect with a piece of pie, Owl said, and a acorn muffin. Christopher Robin brought sour candy that made everyone's lip pucker. Isn't it amazing how many different things you can make from apples? He said. Things that taste sour, things that smell sweet, things that feel hot, and things that feel smooth. Don't forget things that feel sticky, Pooh said, taking honey from his pot. Roo played every song he knew on his maracas. He sniffed every candle until he found the perfect pine-scented one for King. He tasted 2 of everything, but something was missing. Hey, Roo cried. Where's Tiger? Over here, buddy boy, called Tiger. He was standing next to a mysterious sort of curtain. I want to surprise everyone, Tiger said, throwing up the curtain. This is my use your senses game. Hooray, shouted Roo. How do you play? I cover your eyes, Tiger said, and you use your senses to guess what is in the jar. Roo leaned over the first jar. No sound, he said. Smells sweet. And ew, Tiger laughed. Feels gooey. You can taste it, Tiger said. It's honey, Roo shouted. Everyone took turns playing Tiger's game. Kanga's pie, Owl said as soon as he sniffed one of the jars. Maracas, Rabbit called out when he heard the sound from his jar. I really should taste this before I guess, Pooh said, dipping into the red jar. This was a wonderful idea, dear, Kinga said to Tiger. How did you think of it? At first I couldn't think of anything sensical to do, Tiger said. But then I remembered something important. I'm a tiger, and fun is what tigers do the best.